What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Locked in Sports. And it's finally almost here. The NFL season. It's not quite here yet, but that doesn't mean that I can't start getting excited. It doesn't mean we can't start betting. That's right. We are talking about NFL full season bets. Not quite getting to the game by game, week by week bets yet, but I know that some sports books, personally, I'm looking at underdogs lines, but I'm sure other sports books have lines as well for NFL full season bets. So, betting on how a player is going to do over the course of the entire season. Generally, looking at how many yards, how many touchdowns, or how many passing yards they will get in next season. And honestly, I'm super excited to talk about this video because I was scrolling through every player's lines, and there were so many that jumped out and looked amazing. They looked like free points, especially following the NFL as much as I do and knowing these players as much as I do. There are some really good lines here that I'm willing to bet the house on. So this is part one of a multi-part series. I don't know how many parts there are going to be yet, but this is part one of talking about NFL full season bets because there are just too many amazing lines to to not have multiple videos on this subject. So in this first video, I've got 5 picks, 5 of the most locked in players I saw, 5 that just jumped off the screen at me and just screamed, "Take me, I'm free money." So yeah, let's hop into these 5 NFL full season bets. All right, let's hop into this first pick, and y'all better realize that these guys are just free money. Seriously, because first up, I got Amon-Ra St. Brown of the Detroit Lions for over 1,250 and a half receiving yards. Why do I think this is free money? Because look, his targets, receptions, and yards have gone up every single season. He's on an upward trajectory. He's a young guy. He just finished his third year. He went over 1,500 yards last season. Really, he's the only receiver in his offense. There's Sam Laporta, the tight end, but I mean, hey, Laporta's great. No knock against Laporta. But that still leaves Amon Ra as the clear number one target, getting almost double the yards that Laporta had last season. And he's in a QB that has a throw first, run last offense. Jared Goff does not run, he throws to Amon Ra all the time. Also, he's young, he's able to play through injuries, and we just found something out about Amon Ra that really kind of changes how I see him a bit for the better. I knew he was a great receiver, but he's a little bit crazy. We recently found out that, well, a while ago, we found out that Amon Ra reads off a list of every receiver drafted ahead of him before every single game. So, a little wild, but hey, that's some good motivation. But Amon Ra also had goals for last season. He was going to hit 1,500 yards and 10 touchdowns. That was his goal. He ended the year with 1,515 yards and 10 touchdowns. And it's not like he just lucked into that. He tore his oblique completely off his bone and played 16 games. I got no words. Amon Ra put up a 1,500 yard season with a muscle detached from his bone. No one does that. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. Yeah, if Amon Ra can tear his oblique off his bone and still go over 1,500 yards, imagine what he can do healthy. Just, I'm so easily locking in Amon Ra St. Brown for over 1,250 and a half receiving yards. This man won't let himself go under that. Now we're hopping over to another player that I like a lot. And if you haven't noticed, this whole video is going to be a lot of players that I like a lot because I'm going through and I'm researching every single NFL player for this video. So I started with the ones that I like. They're the most fun to research. So who am I taking here? Well, I'm taking the star of my fantasy football team last year, man who really carried me all season long. It's Tyreek Hill for over 1,425 and a half receiving yards. So why am I taking Tyreek Hill here? Should be pretty obvious. If you watch football, you know who Tyreek Hill is. You know how good he is. He just had back-to-back 1,700-yard seasons. That's unreal. And now we're questioning if he can go over 1425. Why? He's not dealing with injury. He's actually playing in a contract season, so he's has even more reason to play hard, and he's expected to reset the market. Let me tell you, if he goes over 1700 again, he'll reset the market, and he knows that. If he falls off and somehow goes below 1400, I don't think he's getting that big payday he wants. He's great either way, but he knows what he's playing for. He knows he can hit 1700 yards. We were just talking about him beating 2000 yards, and now we're acting like he's going to miss 1425. Unreal. Also, I know Jalen Waddle just got a big contract. He's getting paid now. That doesn't move me, honestly. OBJ moving over, that doesn't move me because none of those guys are as good as Tyreek Hill. They're good, don't get me wrong, but Hill's in a league of his own. Looking at the deep stats, the stats nerds like to pull up. I like to consider myself a bit of a stats nerd. Tyreek Hill, the separation he gets on both single high and double high offenses is in a league of its own. There's no one else in the league who comes close to touching the kind of separation Tyreek Hill can get. That's why he's so good. It doesn't matter what defenses throw at him, he'll outrun them. And he has a quarterback who can do it. He's a quarterback who can pass to him, who can make those passes when he's upfield. And he's hit this line with Tua in for the full season. He's hit this line with Tua out for half the season. Come on. This should be a no-brainer. I know I'm talking a lot about it, but it's Tyreek Hill for over 1,425 and a half receiving yards. All right, now we're looking at a guy going into his sophomore season. The guy who I don't think is going to get hit with the sophomore curse. I think he's only going up because he's in a great position to do so. It is one of the star tight ends of the league right now. Look at Dalton Kincaid for over 750 and a half receiving yards. Why? Well, look, he had 673 in his rookie campaign. His rookie campaign, he was not the number one option in his offense. Now he's going into his second year with the Bills behind one of arguably the best quarterbacks in the league, Josh Allen. I'm not saying Josh Allen is the best, but hey, he's in that conversation. He's up there. He's a great, great quarterback. And Dalton Kincaid is looking like his number one option. We have Keon Coleman coming in, rookie. Khalil Shakir, if he takes a step up, maybe. Curtis Samuel, if he clicks with the offense, maybe. Those three receivers, they're all maybes for if they have great years. Dalton Kincaid, we've seen him do it already. So he's going to come back, he's going to do it again. Yeah, that's really all there is to it. He's just getting stronger. He's only getting better. His standing in his team is only improving. I see no reason why Dalton Kincaid isn't the number one option in his offense, putting up insane yards. I'm easily taking him for over 750 and a half receiving yards. All right, next up, it's another no-brainer. This video is just full of no-brainer picks. I love them. Look, another no-brainer. I'm looking at a sophomore wide receiver, a guy who had an amazing season last year, better than anyone predicted, but it seems like he's getting swept under the rug in favor of looking at other players. And hey, I get it. I'm a huge Puka Nacua fan. I think he's a generational talent and all that. But there's other sophomore wide receivers who are good too, especially Jaden Reed, to go for over 775 and a half receiving yards. He had 793 yards last season in his rookie year, and he established himself as the number one option in his offense. Why are we sleeping on him? Why do we think Jaden Reed is going to get worse? He's not. The whole issue with the Packers last year was no one thought they had a clear number one. No one thought they had an elite wide receiver. They thought they just had a bunch of kind of mid receivers that they couldn't do anything with. And then Jaden Reed came out and established himself as that number one receiver. He established himself as the number one option in that offense as a rookie. Now he gets to go into his sophomore year. He has more time to click and work with Jordan Love. He has more time to train, get in better shape, become a better player. He has more time to just really solidly solidify himself as the number one option in his offense, which he already is, and we know that. And his line is still at 775. I think Jaden Reed is going over 1,000 yards this season. Jordan Love's a great quarterback, and Jaden Reed is the number one option. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Locking in easily, undoubtedly, Jaden Reed over 775 and a half receiving yards. All right, now for my fifth and final pick of the day. Come on. You saw it coming. You know. You all know. You guys, if you've been on the channel for a while, you know whose jersey I'm almost always wearing. Not wearing this jersey today, but still, it's Puka Nakua for over 1,150 and a half receiving yards. Why? Well, I would bet my house on this. I would bet my car on this. I would bet my life savings on this pick. Why are we acting like Puka Nakua is not going to go over 1,150? He had 1,486 yards last season. He had the best rookie campaign ever. Why are we thinking he's going to digress by 300 yards? His offense has the same key players, same reliable quarterback, and still has Sean McVay at the helm. And I get it. Oh, Cooper Cup's going to come back, right? Cooper Cup's going to be healthy. He's going to have a great season. Yeah, he is. And so is Puka. Puka still was still the number one option when Cup was back, when Cup was healthy. Puka was the number one guy. Demarcus Robinson, I think Demarcus Robinson could take a big step up, have a larger part of the offense, but I don't think he steals it from Puka. Puka's too good. He's too reliable. He is the heart and soul of that offense. And as a big Rams fan, I've been following their offseason action a lot. And Nakua looks insane. That man has just, he's built. He's strong. He looks fantastic. I think he's only getting better. I genuinely think that this is a generational talent that we're watching. And I'm just excited to bet on him now, take him early, watch him soar. And now, any last concerns if you're thinking, what if they put more guys on Puka? What if they start running a double high defense, to lock him down when he tries to get big plays? Okay. Puka Nakua has the second best separation on double high defenses in the league, second only to Tyreek Hill. And what if they only run single high? Well, he's top 5. Yeah, he gets more separation than anyone. For a guy that wasn't supposed to be good in the NFL because he wasn't fast enough, he sure knows how to get away from absolutely everyone. His separation's insane. His playmaking's insane. His catching's insane. Everything's insane. I just like talking about Puka Nakua. I'm easily locking in the most surefire bet I have ever heard of. Puka Nakua over 1,150 and a half receiving yards. All right, there you have it. Those are my 5 best bets for the NFL full season, part 1. Obviously, going to have some more parts coming. I can't just talk about 5 players. I've already bet on more than 5 players. I already got more than 5 players that I love. But I wanted to limit it to 5 players for this video because I don't want a whole hour-long video. I know no one wants to watch that. So it's just part 1, the multi-part series. Other parts will be coming out before the NFL season starts. So we got to figure out exactly what kind of videos I want to be making each day. There's a lot of options for what to make. I've thought about some power rankings, some Madden content, some more full season bets, fantasy football advice. There's just a lot that I want to do before the NFL season starts. And we got more time before the WNBA comes back. So more time before WNBA best bets videos. Yeah. That is all I got for you guys today. Let me know what else you want to see in the comments down below. And as always, hey, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, turn on notifications so you know when our videos drop. You can watch them, especially for those best bets videos. You want to get them in before the games, before the lines change. So, and if you enjoyed the video, if you found picks you liked, leave a like. And yeah, leave a comment down below with your own picks. What players are you backing for the full season? I'd love to know what you guys have to say. Obviously, there are hundreds of players in the NFL, and there's got to be at least 100 lines out. There are so many on Underdog right now. So, if you got players that you want to see me look at, if you got favorite teams that you want to see me go through their players and get some picks for them, let me know. I'm happy to. I'm going to go through everyone anyway, but I want to know who you guys want to see me talk about most so I don't overlook them. Thank you all for watching. If you are a fantasy football player up on screen right now, it's going to be a fantasy football video talking about some underrated players from the draft that I like a lot. Going to have an overrated players video coming out soon. Just got a lot of fun ideas for videos here on the channel. But thank you all very much for watching. Have a good one, and let's make some money. Yeah.